Good morning and Assalamu alaikum. Dear guests, my name is Sarah Howard and I'm an admin apprentice here at MEMC. Welcome to the Multicultural Arts and Media Centre on the launch for the Arts for Dementia Therapy Network North West. Hope you'll have a good time and do plenty of networking. I would like to do the safety rules first and request that you put your mobile phones on silent when the speakers are delivering their speeches. I would like to give a warm welcome to the Honourable Madam Mayor Carol Ward, who will be arriving later, Councillor Richard Farnell, the leader of the council, Kim Wrigley, NHS Quality Improvement Team, Greater Manchester, Lancashire and South Cumbria Clinical Network and Senate. We also received apologies from Ian Mello, who was supposed to be delivering a speech as well. He was the Commissioning and Provider Management for Haywood, Middleton and Rochdale Clinical Commissioning Group. From Herbert Mackenzie as well, Manager of the BME Health and Wellbeing Team for Rochdale District and Mind. Councillor Cecile Biant, Chair of the Health and Wellbeing Board. Councillor Terry Linden. Councillors and honourable guests for attending the launch. We will be filming the event, so if anyone has any objections, please see me or one of the MEMC volunteers you'll see around. They'll have the name badges on. The guests will provide speeches providing information about dementia and support available to people. Lunch will start at 12:45 p.m. Please don't forget to join up for the free network membership and fill in the evaluations in the packs provided. I would like to now introduce Mohammed Sarwar, who is the Chief Executive of MEMC, to provide more details about the organisation and network. Thank you.
Good morning and welcome to the launch of the Arts for Dementia Therapy Network Northwest. I will start with the national and local statistics for dementia, which identifies that the Dementia UK report states that by 2025, an estimated 1 million people in the UK will have dementia. The current cost of this stands at £17 billion per year for the UK. The report, published by Joint Dementia Strategy for Rochdale Borough 2011 to 2013, shows that there are an estimated over 2,000 people with dementia in 2010. So, what is dementia? I wonder if you can put your hand up and tell me who can answer this question.
You can read it. Yeah.
You can read it. Yes, I know. But I mean, does most of us know what dementia is? Just put your hand up if you know. Okay. We have a 50-50 split. So, more reasons why we should know. So, as a definition, dementia is a general term used for progressive loss of brain functions that affect the ability to live or increase independence. What symptoms or changes of behavior can you see in a person living with dementia? Repeats himself or herself, seems suspicious, paranoid, agitated for no reason, keep forgetting, withdraws from people, seems depressed, seems confused. Now, these are not normal aging related difficulties. It can happen to people from 30 plus. Dementia has no social, economic, ethnic or geographical boundaries. The prevalence of dementia worldwide is that there is a case of dementia every 7 seconds. As a dementia champion, I learned that it's important that everyone should be aware of the condition and how to cope. Coming to the arts and dementia, I will give you 2 quotes from a clinical advisor. Accessing the creative part of your brain overrides the stresses of memory loss, elevates mood, re-energizes and restores a sense of personal identity. And a quote from the Chief Executive of the Arts Council on England's National Framework for Arts, Health and Wellbeing states, "Behind this framework lies our profound belief that experiencing the arts and culture can create a sense of well-being and transform the quality of life for individuals and communities." What is less well known is that every day the arts are having a significant impact on people's health in hospitals, health centres, GP practices, and other healthcare settings within and throughout our communities. There are numerous ways, specifically arts and health activities can promote the good health and well-being of communities, improve the mental, emotional, and spiritual state of health service users, create or improve environments in healthcare settings for staff and service users, help people improve their options for healthcare, and support patient choice, help medical staff, carers, patients, and families to communicate more effectively with each other by offering opportunities for social interaction, involvement, and empowerment. As an arts specialist working with various target groups over 26 years, nationally and internationally, I can guarantee that this can be achieved through artistic stimulation to help people with or without dementia by singing along to a favorite tune and triggering the memory, walking into an art gallery with a companion, group discussions, recording experiences, painting, arrangement of flowers, reminiscence therapy, taking an arts course, learning transferable skills, cultural integration and socializing, celebrating achievements, and importantly, live life to the full and have fun. So the idea behind the Arts Therapy Dementia Network Northwest. The impetus to establish the network emerged from discussions and consultations with the delegates at the Art Therapy for Dementia awareness sessions organised by MMC on 27th March and 17th April this year in association with NHS England, Greater Manchester, Lancashire and South Cumbria Clinical Network and Senate, supported by Kim Wrigley and Maksud Ahmed, HMR Clinical Commissioning Group, Social Investment Fund, Link for Life and Alzheimer's Society, in which over 200 people attended. MMC invited people from various organisations from May, and I am proud to say that the development of this network has been possible with currently about 20 member organisations and individuals over the last 6 months, meeting monthly at MMC, devoting their time and experiences to collectively draw up terms and reference for the network. Some of the current network members involved have endorsed the need for this project, and these include Making Space, Rochdale District in Mind, Everyday People, Rochdale Pioneers Museum, Alzheimer's Society, Asian Women's Project, Rochdale Circle, Stoneham Housing, Rochdale Council, GMLC, GMLSC Clinical Senate, Sam's Art, Millicare, MAC Clinical Care, Rochdale Borough Housing, Possibilities, Home Instead, etc. And sorry if I missed any. So the aim is that MMC, in collaboration with Network Steering Group, proposes to support carers and people living with or without dementia by using creative activities as a medium to improve the health and well-being. There are also issues for South Asian communities to increase their awareness and know about dementia through various languages. There is a lack of awareness and access to professionals. The stigmatization in the Asian community is very strong. What MAMC has done over the many years is to bring people together from all backgrounds and engage in real projects. We should be proud of this network and can now move forward by consulting with each other, connect with the relevant organizations to join the network, and artists to share creative ideas and resources on how we can make a difference to people's life with or without dementia. We hope that we will enable local strategic partnerships to build the arts into their strategies within the public health and Rochdale Borough-wide dementia strategy. The video presentation will take you through the planning of the network and what we intend to do from February onwards. Welcome the panel here to the Art Therapy for Dementia event, which is organised by Multicultural Arts and Media Centre in collaboration with community organisations, and supported by Greater Manchester, Lancashire and South Cumbria Clinical Networks and Senate, Clinical Commissioning Group, Haywood, Milton and Rochdale, Social Investment Fund, and Link for Life, who are committed to engaging with patients, carers, and members of the public in promoting awareness of dementia and mental health well-being. Briefly, as an organisation, we provide services to young people, unemployed, and the elders through arts and media activities, accredited courses, work placements, and work club to all communities of the borough and the Northwest.
We believe in this grassroots development. We believe in people becoming resilient together, learn together. Some of the stuff that Grace talked about Dementia Friends, is right down our street from our strategic approach in the CCG. So all this work is something that we really believe in and want to progress going forward. Getting back to dementia, we're opening what is the very first unit in the Northwest. We've done a huge amount of research about dementia and medicine. We've got a very strong belief in the governing body board in the CCG that we use a test. The test is, what would I want my grandmother to look like? What would I want the service my grandmother would need and deserve?
So thank you for organising this. But on a serious note, one of the reasons why I'm really pleased that we're having this debate here today, because dementia in the Asian community and the BME community, when we use terms like BME, Black Minority Ethnic, I also include in the Black Asians. I also include in that African Caribbeans. I also include in that faith groups like Muslims, Sikhs and Hindus.
But what is a dementia-friendly community? I've added a definition onto the slide, but just to say out, a dementia-friendly community is a community where people with dementia feel understood, respected and supported to live independent and fulfilled lives. What does that actually mean? It means people with dementia are listened to. The community is shaped by their views. We've already heard that there are issues in terms of getting referrals from GPs. We need to listen and take action on that. We need to empower people with dementia so that they feel that if they've got an issue, they can bring it up and they will be listened to.
Next, I would like to invite Kim Wrigley, NHS England Quality Improvement Lead, to give her speech. Thank you.
Well, thank you to Mohammed and the team for inviting me. I'm here representing NHS England and in particular the strategic clinical networks, and my role in the networks is as a quality improvement programme lead, which is all these big titles, and I suppose ultimately it's what does that mean in practice. So my professional background is mental health nursing, and I worked in dementia services for many years, Pennine Care being most recent, although that probably was about 9 years ago now. Networks, and today is about a network launching the Northwest Art Therapy Network, and it can mean so many different things, can't it, networking, but ultimately it's about people. It's about bringing people together to do great things, and there are so many examples of that over the years where the power of people coming together with a common vision, with common interest, with a real appetite to change things and make a difference. I think ultimately for me that's what networking is about. Every opportunity we get, we can network in the supermarket, at the train station, at more formal events like this. There's so much emphasis now on networking through social media and all of those different channels. But something like this is really about the people that are sat here and the impact that you can have, that we can have as organisations in making a difference to those people that are living with their dementia and their families. And for anybody here that is experiencing that, it can be a really difficult place to be, and one that can cause an awful lot of distress and upset with it within a family. So it is great to be here. I think in terms of what's happening nationally around dementia, just checking I've got my slide up. There is a real big spotlight on dementia at the moment. I don't know if you're aware of that. There's a real emphasis on increasing the numbers of people with a formal diagnosis of dementia, and there is a target set at the moment nationally for that to be 67% across the country. And very importantly, what's the post-diagnostic support looking like? And so there's a real emphasis at the moment in trying to establish models of best practice, because we know they're out there, and this would be an example of a model of best practice, because in essence what this kind of network does is support people to live well
It doesn't have to be anything really big and really formal that's had hundreds and hundreds of thousands of pounds ploughed into it. It does need funding, and we want to support with that where we can, but it is about bringing those people together and actually listening to those people that are living in those circumstances to say, what really helps you? What makes a difference? We have to have mandate, we have to have policy, we understand that. But in terms of translating that to real lives, to real people in real communities, that's what this is about. And saying, well, how can we do that? And how can we do it well so that people can access those kind of services and support? And as a strategic clinical network, we are offering our support to Mohammed and the team here. There will be different ways that we manage that. We can't necessarily attend every event, but we are in touch. We'd be interested to see sort of the notes of the steering group, to really to see how that's being managed, and to also provide opportunities potentially for accessing funding where that comes about. But I think for me something like this is again using the power of the community. There is an awful lot happening now in communities through the voluntary sector in terms of getting those real people who've got so much to offer. There's a real richness, I think, in communities that can go unnoticed sometimes, and it's not until you actually get people together that you say, wow, there are so many skills, there are little golden nuggets within communities. They don't have to have fancy titles like Quality Improvement Programme Lead. Often they're a mouthful, people don't really know what they're about, well, what does she do? But for me it's about getting in there and really working with those people.
Thank you very much, Kate. We are also delighted to report that for the year 13-14, we were one of the 20 major project achievers for the NHS England, and we're in your annual report as well. And that's for training about 200 people in March and April. And I would now like to invite Councillor Richard Farner, Leader of the Council. Delighted that you're able to make it, please.
Thanks very much, and thank you very much for inviting me this morning. Sorry I was a little late, but I hadn't worked out that it's now a one-way system all around here, so it took me a while to find it, but I am here. And thank you also to everybody else who's turned up today. And I was quite surprised when I walked in the room to see so many people here coming together to discuss and talk about dementia. Thank you very much, everybody, for coming along as well, because it's probably true that a couple of years ago to get so many people together talking about dementia would have been unheard of, and that is I just want to briefly touch on, because I'm not an expert in this field. I'll leave the experts to talk knowledgeably about this subject, but. One, it's great to see so many people here. It's great to see so many organisations represented here discussing this issue. But it's not just a matter for the people here. It's not even a government issue. It's not even a health service issue or a council issue. It is society's issue. Because one thing that we're all aware of is over the last 20, 30, 40 years, medical advancement has been so good that we're all living longer. But the crisis that we're facing is the quality of that life as we get older, and not enough resource, not enough attention, not enough priority is given to the quality of life in later years. As drugs are keeping us alive for longer, and medical advancement, it is the quality of life that is so important, and how we look after and involve and treat people living with dementia is an important part of that, and therefore it's society's issue. And I think one of the good things to come out of today, I hope, is that we are raising that issue. That debate is being held, because not enough resources are given to this issue, and it's about how we look after the mind as much as we look after the body. And and therefore everybody is entitled to a quality of life, no matter what stage of their life they're at. And it's projects that I celebrate here today, like the arts project, that are just part of that jigsaw, where we have to engage society far more in saying, where are the resources, where are the developments, where are the projects, where is the support to support people living with dementia and other age-related diseases. So I think it's a fantastic opportunity for people to come together today and network and to spread that message and to take it back, as we said earlier, right through our communities, is that it is it is bordering on a national scandal in the way some people are just left unsupported in our society, hidden away in many respects, not talked about. And I think this is an important step forward in raising that debate in the wider society. And also, I really do congratulate people coming together. I do congratulate the people behind the initiative for the Arts Therapy project, where we are improving and enhancing the quality of life for people here in Rochdale. And I certainly hope that that does become a trailblazer for the rest of not just the Northwest but the country. We can do it here, and I think with the people here and the number of people here and the different range of organisations here, we can achieve that. And so thank you very much for inviting me. Great to see so many people here, and let's raise our voices, let's take that debate forward, let's make sure the services and the support is there to enrich the quality of life of every member of our community. We can do it. We can start it here in Rochdale, and we can do something really big and good by working together. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Richard, for your support. Rochdale is a great place. Literally, at the age of 11 when I came, and I've seen some superb changes from the town centres, from the diverse communities coming in, from different festivals, buildings. I think we have put Rochdale on the map in a very positive way, and we will continue to do so and celebrate this diversity. And with your good support, sir, we will continue. Next, I would like to invite Herbert Mackenzie, Manager for BME Health and Wellbeing Team. We have a great partnership in many projects, and lots of trainings has been delivered by Rochdale District Mind, and I would like you to come and say a few things about dementia and the arts.
Well, thank you very much indeed for inviting me to come along today. Surely it's a wonderful topic that we are talking about, and it is very important to the work that we are doing at Rochdale and District Mind. I have to say though, in my I don't have that I know of any members of my family yet that are affected by dementia. Although my wife often tells me that she's worried about my memory. But in my other role as the church minister, I do have people in my congregation with dementia, and others that we are concerned about. So both in my secular work and in my ministerial work, it's something that is very important to me. I work as a team manager for the BME Health and Wellbeing services, and indeed, as my manager said, we've worked very closely to do a lot of work together, and we'll continue to do that. But we're concerned about some of the future issues, and these are things I believe are very important for consideration. The fact is that the problem won't go away. It's not going to disappear overnight. We do understand that there's greater impact of dementia and BME communities particularly early onset. The prevalence of BME communities within BME communities is still significantly underestimated. Then the issue of stigma and cultural appreciation. The fact that in some community languages there's no word for some mental health conditions, and that in terms of communicating with people, understanding what it is that they're experiencing. I think our worker that we had imposed spoke community language, so he was able to engage, particularly with members from the South Asian community. We're also concerned about the lack of awareness, as well as kind of a social and cultural factors, which kind of reduce help-seeking behaviors in BME population. Some people will not, go to seek support because of the lack of information, but also because they don't have any confidence in the services that have been provided.
I've had a privilege to be a member of this networking group. I've not been able to attend all the meetings, but I've attended most, and I've seen it emerge. And that group is people who are managing things in their job. So it's a lot of people who have a lot to bring to the table, a lot of knowledge to bring to the table, and also a lot of acumen. They're able to put things into practice. And it was a privilege to be on that group. And you always think when you get together as a group, have we time to do this? And there's a lot of people who are very busy people on that group. And yet, time after time for these meetings, these people have turned up. Most of the people have been able to turn up. So I think it just showed a commitment to the arts in dementia from that body. But of course, it was driven by Mohammed Salva. He's been the driver. You saw him in the meeting, chairing the meeting. He didn't want to be chair, but that's the way it came out. We wanted him to chair it. I don't think he even took the title chair, but that's what he was doing. You saw from the film. Surinder and I have known Mohammed for many years. Surinder used to teach him, I think, when he was 11 at the English Teaching Centre. We've always appreciated his passion to improve the uptake of arts in the community. I remember our daughter, when she was 7, she's now 44, she was dancing at one of the melas, doing some Bharatanatyam and Kathak dancing at the mela. And Mohammed has organised these festivals, and they've always been wonderful. And he's got into this building, and he's doing great work. It's just going from strength to strength, the things that they do in this building. So he's the ideal person to run something like this, because he's always positive. He's always thinking we can do. And he's also somebody who doesn't direct his work into just the BME community. He reaches out to everybody. And that's why I think that when we have these events, we get people from all communities and all parts of society. So, and it's down to his personality and the way he's driven things. I was proud to be able to recommend him for the board of Link for Life. Both Councillor Terry Linden and myself have been on the board, and he's an absolute superb person to have for all those qualities I've just said. I do appreciate that awareness of dementia is increasing, and I think we all feel that this had to happen. We all have heard, well, at my age, going back a number of years, people who we knew had dementia. It wasn't diagnosed. We just knew that people who've lost their memory and were a bit difficult and perhaps not able to maintain relationships because they forget who you are sometimes. And they were just part of society, but there's nothing really done for those people. They were sort of marginalised to some extent, even though maybe close relations help them, but there were some marginal people. And we've now recognised that this is a growing incidence and it's a growing concern. And I forget things. I go into a room sometimes and think, why am I here? Go to very determinedly to pick something up and think, what am I looking for? And so I'm sure it's going to happen to me at some point. And I'd like to see, not just for the members of people in Rochdale, but for myself, that as I get older, the provisions for people with dementia are there. I hope I don't, but it can happen to anybody, and we need to make this, build on this awareness. I liked what Ian Mello said. Some people might have recognised him on the video, some people wouldn't do, but he's the one who said, always think of what you would want for your parent or another relative if they had dementia. And I often relate things, services now I'm in public health, to what would I have wanted for my mother when she was alive. She didn't have dementia, but she had other things. And I do relate things to do with health to my mother. And if you've all got a relative, you think this is what I want for them when they're getting old and they can't do things for themselves. So I think we always should think about that. How can the arts help people with dementia? Well, so many ways, and Mohammed put up a list of all those ways, just visual arts, poetry, just reminiscing, putting photographs up of not just them, but periods in their life and the history in their life that they can relate to. Crafts, music making, singing, remembering the words, and even film. Because what struck me, Mohammed does filmmaking here, and he has courses for young people on filmmaking, is that some of the people who've had a great day and knew they had a great day, dementia sufferers, next day they've forgotten it. And what is it like to live without memories? So you sometimes you think of a lovely memory and you think, what happened? And what it would be like to live with deprived of that, thinking, I can't remember that. So the film helps because when you re-show the film, it reminds them of that great day they had and what they did on that day and who they met on that day. So all these things and everything that's going on in this centre is superb for dementia. So I was really pleased that you got the Arts Council Award and that the CCG is backing the project. And I hope that in future you'll go from strength to strength here. And I think going for public health is a very good thing. We are in public health, we are looking for ways to get to communities. And one of the target groups is actually Asian men, because Asian men live the least long lives of any people in the borough. The women tend to live a bit longer, and men from the other communities live longer. And what we're all about, if I do anything in this role as public health cabinet member, it's to improve people's lives, the longevity of their lives, how long they live, and also the quality of their lives and their health.
There is so much to do, and I think having an open mind is very important, recognizing the cultural diversity that exists here. People work for people, and the more we come together with an open mind, share these skills, experiences and the resources, it adds value in every way you can think. The next speaker I would like to introduce, who's been very instrumental to the organization about 2.5 years ago, and I have to say this, if he wasn't there for us at that time, we would have lost this 25 years of service. And it was not important for me as having a job, it was to say, if we lose this service, we lose this good work and people around us. So I'm very grateful for him and also the local councils who do in many ways come and speak to us and support us. And I'm also proud to say that we have an all-party support in many projects that we've done over the years. And I'm grateful to all the political parties for working with us. Can I introduce to you Councillor Terry Linden.
As the ward councillor, I came to one of the first meetings of the steering group to show my support. And the reason why I wanted to support it was, as a councillor in this ward and in this borough, dementia has come more and more part of our casework. I've listened to all the other people, I'm not going to repeat what they've said, but as a councillor, if someone's got dementia, it affects the family, including the young grandchildren, up to the oldest son or daughter. It also affects their friends. And that's why I'm pleased that there is a national consultation going on about dementia, because it affects everyone in the community. I know now, with friends I meet for a quiet drink now and again, one of our friends is showing signs. They don't know what to do. So this consultation nationally will help, but it was interesting in this room, when people were asked what knowledge they had, it was only 50%. Now I'm going to take something what Ian Mello said in his. He said it comes from the grassroots. And this is a grassroots development. It's got the support of everyone on this table, and I hope it goes on and improves in years to go. And it's a thank you to all of you, because we can all come here to give you speeches and we can help with funding, but without you and the people out there, it won't work. Thanks very much.
I ask now the Mayoress of Rochdale, Councillor Carol Wardwell, have we got anybody from Langley Community Resource? Brilliant. Thank you very much.
Thank you all for inviting me here this afternoon. You'll be very pleased to know it's going to be a very short speech. I always think that dementia is the cruelest of illnesses. If you've got diabetes or heart trouble, you know what's the matter with you. But with dementia, you just do not understand what is happening. And that's why I say it's cruel. I had a relative who had dementia in the late 50s, and she was taken off to a mental hospital miles from home. So what few memories she had and what comfort she had in her surroundings were just completely taken away. And she was put in a strange place, miles and miles from the family. And she was just constantly in floods of tears, because you don't know what's happening to you. And that then manifests itself very often as violence. And so if you're still at home, it's your nearest and dearest who suffer from that violence. Understandable from the outside, but very, very difficult to cope with if you are the main carer. And that is why I'm so very pleased that Mohammed and Multicultural Arts and all the health commissioners are working together on this project. It's a great honour to launch the start of this very important process, and good luck to everybody who's involved with it. Thank you.
Could I also ask Richard to come and present these certificates to Langley Community Centre, who've been doing some creative craft skills course, and we are an approved training centre, and so another 5 certificates. Sorry, what's your name? Susan. Thank you, Susan. And then you can collect the others for the other participants. Please come. Richard. Smile. Okay, after 2, 1, 2.
Well, it was really a great event, and it's awareness to the people for the dementia and how the dementia affects a person's life, his family lives, his social life, and how you can overcome these problems. And I think this is one of the great awareness in the BM community, where there is no knowledge about the dementia, how to tackle with this one, and it should be going more further. We have some counsellors support, other NHS support, and I think it'll be in coming months or years, it'll be a good project, and really appreciate this project.
It's been an excellent launch. The presentations, the speeches we've had have all given us information, they've all been positive. We're all looking forward now to moving forward, because dementia has always been an issue to be put under the carpet. It isn't anymore. It's an issue which is going to affect so many people that it's important that people understand what it's all about and what there is out there to help. What do you think, sir?
Yeah, well, I think that it was a very impressive get-together, and I think what the Multicultural Arts and Media Centre does is to get the whole community together, and there were, not only ethnic minorities, but there were everybody from the community come around, and they are sort of coming and supporting an idea like this one. I'm very impressed with it, and I'll go along with it, and any help I can give as a local councillor, I'll be helping with the project.
I endorse that. I endorse that.
Yes.
Hi, my name's David Bradshaw, and I work for a business called Home Instead in Rochdale. We support people who live in their own homes who have a dementia. And I've been getting involved with the Multicultural Arts initiative for people with a dementia, using arts to help people, engage people, and also to enable the people that have a dementia to meet other people and to get out and enjoy themselves in a safe environment with people that know something about dementia. A fantastic initiative and a great start, a really well attended day, and hopefully we'll go from strength to strength and bring on board plenty of people from the borough of Rochdale who both have an interest in dementia or may have a dementia themselves.
I work for Link for Life. I'm a duty officer based at Bowley Park Sports Centre. I teach a weekly art class there, and I've come on with my boss Ian and with boss Shirley. Like I say, to represent our organisation at this event with dementia awareness. It's been a great day, and I hope everybody's enjoyed it. It's opened our eyes quite a bit to what goes on, and I just hope it's a successful day and we all make something out of it. I hope to get some positive feedback from my artwork, obviously, and we'd like to try and find out how this can link into dementia awareness and how it can help people with this ailment. So, good luck for the day. Thank you.
My name's Anthony Bradley from Everyday People. We're based in Middleton. We're a community arts organisation. Been involved with the Dementia Network now since its inception really. Been to 3-4 of the meetings. We work with the elderly in shelter schemes, and also we work with a dementia group in Middleton. So we understand the true value and importance of setting up a network like this involving diverse organisations, council leaders, etc. Most important thing is that structures do need to be built to give this kind of cause some recognition. So really enjoying the event. It's been very informative being part of the network, understanding dementia properly from a scientific point of view, but also a social point of view. And I'll continue to be involved, and it's a pleasure to be part of it.
And I'm the Foundation Trust Membership Manager at Penardy Acute Hospitals. I think today's gone really well, and I've gained a lot of more information than I thought I would do. And I think it's great that these events take place in the community, for our communities that we serve.
My name is Gemma Bickerstaff. I am the Health in Libraries Coordinator for Rochdale Borough Council. I'm here today to promote the Books on Prescription scheme, which is it's a scheme run by ourselves and the Reading Agency, which offers self-help books for common, mild to moderate mental health conditions. In the new year, they will be launching a dementia scheme, which are a list of 25 or 26 books and pictures which are offering self-help to dementia sufferers, carers and their family and children. We're here today basically to promote what we've got, but also to find out what other fantastic services there are available for dementia sufferers and their wider communities. So it's been a fantastic event, and really want to be involved in more in the future.
Hi, my name's Pat and I work for an organisation called Rochdale Circle. We only launched June of last year and we've already got over 500 members. Our main aim is to try and reduce social isolation by doing a calendar with over 20 to 25 events on and getting people out and about and enjoying themselves. Our youngest member being 50, our oldest being 100. And we also do a practical service where we say no job is too small, so we can help out with like little tasks that are annoying, that you can't get done. So we're very, very grateful to be invited to such events as this, and right now we're integrating very, very well with the community, and the health professions are now referring people who are suffering with social isolation. They're being referred to us, and we're working. We're doing what we say we do.
Hi, my name's Saika Naz. I'm a cognitive behavioural therapist, and I work for the Healthy Mind Service, previously known as Psychological Therapies. We generally work with depression and different anxiety disorders, so things like panic attacks, etc. I'm here at this event today, the launch of the Arts for Dementia group, just to network with people and also hopefully try and let carers, for example, know about the service that we provide, because we can support them in that way. I've had a really great afternoon, and I look forward to working with Mohammed Saba a bit more closely, and some joint working perhaps in the future. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Councillor Samina Zahid. I'm from Milston and Deeblish Ward, and I'm also Assistant Cabinet Member to Public Health and Regulation. Today's event was quite significant in the sense that the South Asian community still do not understand a lot about dementia. So it was very informative for me and all the people who have attended, and I met a number of people and exchanged my views with them, and hopefully in the coming future we'll be able to spread the word and people will be more aware of this term dementia, and understand how to deal with it, and try to spread it in the rest of the community as well. I really enjoyed today's event, and I'm looking forward to come and attend more related to dementia or any other health issues which our communities are at the moment are suffering from. I would like to thank Multimedia for inviting me and giving me a chance to speak to people across the board and discuss with them how we can provide help to the people. Thank you.